The End of Secrets by Peter Mullen. Audio production by Noah King. Chapter 3. The Entrepreneur.
2022, New York. DocBox Keynote for Investors, New York Tech Fest. The room was designed like a sleek UI. Glass walls, soft light, nothing on the stage except a matte black table, a single chair, and a screen that filled the far wall. The kind of minimalism that had taken teams of designers to finalize. Evan Caldwell stood just out of sight, rolling his shoulders once. He peered through the curtains at the crowd. It was a good turnout, and they would not be disappointed.
You've got this,
he said to himself quietly.
This is your time. People will look back on this moment and say, this is when Evan Caldwell arrived on the scene. No, say it again, and this time mean it. This is when Evan Caldwell arrived on the scene.
He had spent months working with a coach who had helped him with every angle. The close, the walk, the pitch. He'd even practiced the walk. Who would have thought that this would be the hard part? And then there was the look. Black turtleneck, dark jeans, $800 sneakers that looked casual. Combined with the coaching, Evan exuded confidence. I am a genius, but really approachable at the same time. And I just want to solve problems, just like everyone else. The moderator finished the introduction, long and with a touch too much fanfare. Innovator, disruptor, vague names that were industry catchphrases. This could all be algorithmically driven, thought Evan as he lost his focus waiting for his introduction. If an AI just had enough data on tech startups, I think all of today could have been generated.
Ladies and gentlemen, the founder of DocBox, Evan Caldwell.
The crowd's applause brought him out of his brief introspection. Evan stepped into the light and was instantly transformed into what he had been coached to be. The confident walk, the smile. He pointed off into the crowd as if he was pointing at a well-known friend and gave a surprised expression.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a great week we've had here at TechFest this year. Thank you so much for sharing some of your time. Now, for most of human history, medicine has been reactive. You get sick, you notice, you go somewhere, and someone tells you what already went wrong. And if what is wrong with you is not immediately obvious, a battery of tests are run on you. These tests represent data, and what your primary care doctors are really good at is comparing all of these data points, your temperature, your blood pressure, your blood sugars, and many other things. This data is aligned to your symptoms, and your doctor prescribes one of a myriad of treatments that are constantly being updated. Now, your doctor's job is to keep up with all of these treatments, but also to know not to prescribe many of these treatments to you at the same time, because some of them interact poorly.
Silence.
Very poorly.
Small giggles, a few coughs.
That model made sense when information was disconnected and complex analysis was difficult to model, and even more difficult to keep up to date.
He changed the tone of his voice slightly. His speech coach had called this his visionary voice.
That is simply no longer true.
A flick of his hand and the screen came alive. On the screen was an animated body surrounded by streams of data, all neatly exiting and being collected by various icons representing systems. Heart rate, temperature, blood markers, sleep cycles, movement patterns, all flowing, continuous.
This is one of our users. His name is Bob. And by the way, this is not a video. This really is Bob live streaming his vitals.
A curtain raised and a man stood there holding up his finger, showing off his wearable device.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, hi, Evan. I didn't see you there.
You're looking really great, Bob. I don't think my stream looks nearly as good as yours.
Healthy living, Evan. I work hard. But the key is that I know everything about myself. So if something goes wrong, I can make it right before it becomes a problem.
Well, good to see you, Bob.
The curtain lowered, and the image up above changed from one person to many linked to a data center in the cloud.
We are used to wearable devices being a health niche for people who are already healthy. But what really is the impact of these devices? Well, it's good information, if nothing else. But let's imagine a world where this kind of technology exists within a system that is truly transformative. What specifically has to be done to take this from good information to a true revolution in our healthcare system? I like to call it CARE, a continuous adaptive response ecosystem. That isn't a term that I have trademarked. I like to think this will become a way we think of how health systems and even public health works.
A curtain raised. Bob was back, and he held a small device up to his finger.
Hi, Bob. Say, what is that?
Oh, once a month, I send in a blood sample. It's pretty simple. It works like a glucose meter. It's totally painless. It only takes a small amount of blood, and then I just give it to the drone.
Behind him, there was a small drone with an open bay door.
It makes an appointment with me. Once I have that appointment, it will give me a ring to remind me when things are ready for pickup.
Bob took a small container away from the device and walked away. He put another container into the drone along with the blood sample. The drone flew off into the rafters.
What's in the other container, Bob?
Bob looked a little embarrassed.
Well, DocBox also has a waste analysis package, so when I send in my blood, it automatically creates a sanitized container for me to send off that for analysis. The next day, the results are available to me on my phone, along with all of my vitals, sleep patterns, and oh, darn.
What's the matter, Bob?
It tracks my weight, and it looks like the holidays were not exactly kind to me. I put on a few pounds, my blood sugars are up, and oh, well, it looks like I'm going to have to hit the gym for a few weeks to get myself back on track.
The audience seemed to like Bob, but they were still unimpressed. None of this was real disruptive technology.
But DocBox is much more than a hardware and software company. What if those health monitors could correlate all of your data and even talk to you?
The curtain opened back up to show Bob on his phone.
Hey, Bob. It's been so long.
Hi, Evan. I'm just talking to my doctor.
Sorry, Bob. I know it's hard to get your doctor's time.
Bob pushed a button.
What are you talking about?
Your doctor's time?
My doctor is here 24/7. I can talk to him whenever I want. He knows my complete history, has all of my information at any time, and really, I just wanted to speak to him about how to sleep better.
The curtain closed.
That's right. DocBox is a doctor. DocBox is an accredited doctor and is capable of writing prescriptions, diagnosis, and referring you to a specialist should you need. You talk to him through your phone, and he is quite personable.
This got murmurs. An AI that is actually a doctor?
But I know what you are thinking. What insurance company will take DocBox? Well, I've got news for you. Only one. Because DocBox is an insurance company. You don't pay for our technology. You pay for health insurance. And we have been running a population of 10,000 users for over a year, and we beat the pants off of most insurers.
A new screen came to life with all sorts of numbers and charts.
Insurance companies in the healthcare system are just inefficient. All of their processes are built around older thinking. You need to go to a doctor, you need to send tests to labs, you need an appointment. That's all gone. On our insurance, you pay about half the price and have a doctor 24/7.
The curtain rose and there was Bob, with messy hair and pajamas.
Oh, Bob, you don't look so good.
Hi, Evan. I'm sorry. I'm just a little sick.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bob.
No, it's okay. DocBox told me last night I was going to be sick. I was exposed to a virus at a restaurant. He told me I was going to feel ill today. I took some vitamins, but I just couldn't fight it off.
A light in the rafters came alive, and a door behind Bob became visible. A drone flew down from the rafters and opened a compartment. Bob's phone rang.
DocBox knows exactly what virus it is and prescribed some antivirals already. These are the exact ones for this strain of the flu, so I should be right as rain by tomorrow. Boy, if I did not get on top of this so fast, I could have been sick for weeks.
Bob picked up the medicine, and the lights faded.
As I said, DocBox is not just your doctor. DocBox is a public health agency. All of our users track themselves on their phones. Privacy assured, but DocBox knows if you have been in contact with someone else that got sick. It knows you may get sick before you see any symptoms, and will help you get in front of it. Speaking of getting in front of it, just what else can DocBox do? Well, let's check back in with Bob to see. And just so you know, no Bobs were hurt in this next part of the presentation.
The curtain rose again, and Bob was in a hospital bed.
Oh no, Bob. What's wrong?
Well, technically nothing. That waste analysis option that I signed up for, well, it's a really good thing that I signed up for, because it found evidence that I had a polyp in my colon.
Oh my goodness, Bob. Is it serious?
Well, no, it's not serious at all. A quick procedure, and they will take it out, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. But 5 years from now, or even 3, and that could have developed into cancer, and that would be serious. But DocBox is looking out for me, so I avoid all of that.
The curtain lowered, and Bob waved to the audience.
Bye, everyone. This is my last scene. I'm looking for a good agent.
Evan walked up to the edge of the stage and sat down. He took on a more serious tone.
This is where we really disrupt everything. I could go into numbers about how we actually reduce the cost of insurance through this technology. And for you who love to go through details, it's all out there for you on our websites. But the more important thing is that we make you more healthy. We help you live longer lives. But it does not stop there. DocBox works with all of its customers to know their health. Remember when DocBox warned Bob that he had been exposed and prescribed the right antivirals? That story is real. One of our test group was infected with a nasty virus, sent in a blood test, and got antivirals. 4 of our other customers were exposed to that one and got sent vitamins and antivirals and avoided sickness completely. Now just think about what that means in a wider context. When the next pandemic hits, our users will have their armor on. This awful isolation will never hurt us again.
And there it was. The murmurs had risen during this whole scene with Bob, and now the crowd was truly excited. This is what he had been waiting for.
So I started out asking what it would take for our well-known wearable devices to create a truly disrupting force in healthcare. Let's see if we are there. An AI is your 24/7 doctor who has all access to detailed information about your heart, your sleep, your temperature, your blood pressure, and a complete workup of your blood. You never need to make an appointment. This doctor is up to date with all of medical research, and your prescriptions are automatically delivered to you.
The crowd was truly excited.
Oh yeah, it's all part of a health insurance plan that, through all of this efficiency, is half the cost of your normal health care. And before you ask, this also covers hospital visits. We are still working on the robots to do everything else, but for now, if you need to go to the hospital, you can go as you would with normal insurance. What else? Oh, this is cool too. If you do go to the hospital, DocBox will go with you and help your doctors and you. Since it is your doctor, it gets all of the tests and images that the hospital produces, so it improves your stay.
The crowd was wild.
This is all technology that is working today. We will be scaling this starting in 3 months. Our early investor group can be reached in the lobby. Other than that, look for our IPO.
The Early Investor Center was mobbed.